There has been major conflict between Antifa members attacking and charging at innocent Trump supporters at the Million MAGA March. Bloody brawls are breaking out. Fireworks are being thrown into restaurants. One man almost got run over. Another was stabbed, and 20 people have been arrested as of Saturday afternoon. Things are getting very spicy. And it just seems to be this accelerating cultural conflict, a civil war. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on the internet, we've got to talk about this story, and I've got stuff to show you. I have seen horrific videos of innocent conservatives being sucker punched by these left-wing activists, members of Antifa, members of BLM out there. The police are ignoring it, they're not arresting these people, and it is absolutely horrific. We've got to talk about this, folks, but before we do, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell button for notifications for more content. And if you like this video, share it online. It's up to people like us to get the truth out there and to show everyone what's really going on. And now for a quick shout out to our sponsor. Introducing I, Overlord, Tower Lords Book 1. Do you like fantasy novels? This story is about a man named Jerry, who's transported into a death match, a magical duel to the death, where he's forced to fight with the help of an ancient force. Jerry is able to save himself, but he finds himself in a world full of magic and things he does not understand. The story follows his journey through conflict-torn lands. The dialogue is funny, and this book comes recommended. Get yours today by clicking on the link down below. Now, there are many people who think that the idea of a civil war in America is simply unrealistic, and honestly, I agree. I never thought that there would be a civil war, and if there ever was going to be one, I thought it would never happen in my lifetime. After all, it seems like such an insane thing. But I don't know, man. Things are getting scary out there, and I feel like we're reaching a point where things are boiling. We have two sides in the cultural conflict, Democrats and Republicans. It's actually more complicated than that. It's more like leftists and not leftists, to be honest. You see, the left is out there attacking people, punishing people, all for disagreeing with them. It's the Biden supporters, it's Antifa, it's BLM, it's these left-wing groups that are going out and attacking anyone who dare voted for Trump or dare call themselves a nonconformist. And people are being told to pick a side. Here on Scribber News, Trump supporter yelling at DC police, telling them to, quote-unquote, pick a side. Hashtag Millions MAGA March.
New York, we back you in Pennsylvania,
we back you in California! Thanks for backing us!
Y'all gonna choose a side too?
Coward! Know who's on your side! They are not! They're not on your side! We are!
You can see it, folks. You need to pick a side too. How disturbing is this? Now, I do not want conflict, and I sure as heck don't want a civil war. I want peace and unity. Unfortunately, it seems like the modern-day left simply does not want peace, and I don't understand it. Weren't the liberals the party of love and tolerance? Because it seems like the only thing they have to offer Americans is intolerance. So I want to talk more about what's happening in DC. Trump is on record, and he's been tweeting very angrily that the DC police are simply not doing their jobs, and he's telling them to arrest Antifa. Contrary to what many people may believe, Trump is still president, and people still need to listen to him. You see, the problem is that the police are basically letting Antifa and BLM attack innocent Trump supporters. People are being sucker punched. One man was stabbed. Someone almost got run over. And 20 people were, in fact, arrested. I mean, come on. The Biden supporters are committing the vast majority of the aggression. And I have to make this content. I have to tell you, because the media will not tell you the truth. Here, for example, you can see a bunch of Antifa members ripping away a Trump supporter's American flag. So they're stealing these people's personal properties and harassing them as they walk down the street. Later on, they proceeded to set the flag on fire. Now, what I find truly and utterly despicable and disgusting about these left-wing criminals is the fact that they're getting away with this. To burn the American flag, in my opinion, is the greatest act of treason you could ever do to America. These people don't know what freedom is, who talk about defunding the police, burning the country down, burning the flag, have no idea how much freedom they actually have. Now, things are so bad that Antifa and the Proud Boys are literally trending on Twitter in incredible amounts. Antifa has over 1 million tweets. That is insane. I want you to take a look at the following tweet. Jesse Kelly, a verified blue checkmark, says, 4 years of leftist assaulting, murdering, and attempting to murder Trump supporters. 4 years of it, and nobody will defend them. Barr arrests nobody. The @FBI is worried about supremacy. He goes on to say, a fascist leader is coming. I guarantee it. It is a fact. Vacuums get filled. You're seeing a lot of people talking about the idea of electing someone who's a extreme nationalist figure who will come and put the boot down to stop these riots, to stop the harassment, and to stop the attacks. This is what happens. And I think this kind of talk is dangerous on all fronts. You see, what a lot of the left-wingers don't understand is that there is no fascism in America. It's a boogeyman. It does not exist. You see, these Antifa members, these BLM members, they're just out there LARPing like communist revolutionaries. But the truth is, they're in the freest country in the world. They have no idea what actual fascism is like. And the more they terrorize innocent people, normal, everyday people who just happen to vote for Trump, the more they push them towards these extreme viewpoints. So you actually have people saying that, you know what, maybe we should vote for a fascist, because then at least then we could have law and order. You know, when we say fascist, essentially what we mean is a police state where you have a heavy police force and they basically make sure that everybody follows the rules. There is a zero tolerance policy. That's not America. You see these cops who are barely even doing their jobs, letting it all happen. So the idea that there could be a civil war in America, it's certainly not impossible. And I don't know what the solution is. We want peace. We want people to get along. But currently, the modern left, the Democrats, the progressives, they're never happy. Joe Biden is currently the projected winner in the United States, and they're still not satisfied. It is never enough for them. They're so brainwashed that orange man bad, that they want to destroy everything. Not just Trump, but the police, the country, and everyone who doesn't think like them. The article continues, the violence erupted after tensions mounted through the day as thousands of Trump fans flocked to the Capitol to support the president's long-shot legal challenges to overturn President-elect Joe Biden's election victory. Oh man, this propaganda. You know, the media keeps calling Joe Biden president-elect, but there's really no such thing as president-elect. Joe Biden created the office of president-elect. It does not exist. You are either president or you are not president. Joe Biden is currently the projected winner of the 2020 election. But projected does not mean final. The results are not finalized, and Trump is currently enacting many legal challenges. Now, whether that works out, who knows? So as the night wore on, the clashes turned more and more violent as groups of Proud Boys organized and were joined by tens of Trump supporters as they claimed, "We're not done cleaning the city tonight, let's go." Just as many left-wing protesters faced off with them, targeting the president's fans who remained. The group were dressed in all black and attacked anyone wearing Trump attire. Now, based on what I've seen, the leftists, Antifa and BLM, they were throwing a bunch of sucker punches. And you notice this about the left-wing activists? They're a bunch of cowards who attack innocent people who aren't even looking. You see, there's an old man who was punched from behind and knocked out brutally. They stole his phone. But apparently, it's the Trump supporters who are the bad guys. Don't you know, folks? It's those evil Trump supporters and conservatives who are the bad ones. This innocent Biden supporter with this Trump Pence out now sign, he's truly a peaceful protester. He brutally attacks this old man and then steals his phone. And yes, in case you're a leftist, I was being sarcastic. So that's pretty much the story, folks. This has to stop. This escalation this acceleration. We have to find a way to come together and put all this behind us. But you know what? I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe it's beyond help. All I can say is that there needs to be peace. There needs to be unity. And these Trump supporters have a right to voice their opinion. These leftists do not have a right to attack them. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Let me know down below in the comment section. As always, if you want to support the channel, please join me on Patreon or Subscribestar. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.